What up, everybody? Welcome back to another one. So, I just got through posting the other video of me working on the lower radiator support, finishing up the upper radiator support, and here we are again. So, I'm going to try something a little different, and I'm going to make my videos a lot shorter, 20 to 30 minutes rather than an hour. I'm going to see how that works out. Maybe it'll help me out with some subscribers. But either way, that's where I'm at. So, of course, you guys know in the last video, we wrapped this up. It's bolted in. It works good. Now we're working on this support here that bolts to the bottom of this radiator support to the chassis. Well, I screwed it up because I was trying to mark it in my head upside down. And when I went over there on the table, I put it the wrong way. I should have marked arrows on it. Rookie mistake. We all do it. Rushing, you know, thinking I'm going to get lucky. That does never happen. Does not ever happen. So here we are. These go the other way. The point goes this way. And I think it would be smarter if I put... Well, I guess it wouldn't matter if I just flipped this around. Which I'm not going to do, because if you're going to cut this off, I'm going to probably just weld it somewhere in the same spot, similar. I'm going to put this on that side. I'm going to flip them. But also, the bolt holes were shy. So the problem I'm having is I should have measured from the end to the end of the chassis on that side and got the same measurement here. They would have fit. So I'm going to cut these off today. I did screw the pooch in my first video with one of these ends. I tapered it. But I had tapered it the wrong way. So what I had to do was cut this whole piece off right here and turn it and weld it back on because I had already tapered it. So that's two mistakes I did. TIG welding. Get better at it, but these welds look like crap. But they held really well. I mean, I can go over it now with the TIG and it'd probably look way better, but I got to cut them off. So I get a round 2 shot at it. So let's do that today. I'm going to mess with that, get that finished. Also check out the new banner I scored. I was messing on my phone one day and made that picture of my 40 and same thing with the 32. And I thought they were cool for like a sticker. Then I came across these things that said banners. So I said, why not try to make it, see what it comes out like. I thought it was really neat, so I did it. Oh well. It's cool. Something different. Also, let's see, what else I think that was the only one. Oh, and then my wife, my kid's shoes, they don't fit her anymore. So she's like, you should hang these somewhere. I'm going to hang them up in here. I got so much junk, dude. Like, it's everywhere. But... it's cool. That's the point of it. It's my man cave. I can hang shit everywhere. It doesn't matter, right? So, let's see what happens. Alright, let's do the two things we didn't do the first time. For one, these go away from this thing. So they go this way. And let me just make sure. So this, and it goes on there, goes this way. And I want these to face. Holy shit. Stand by. Of course, I gotta call work. I'll do that here in a minute. They can wait. Y'all can wait. I'm busy. My time. I gotta call work. Oh, man, dude. It's a good thing I can retire whenever I feel like it. I'm just sticking it out, hoping everything works out better. I've been there 21 years, ain't gonna change, man. Either way, all right, here we go. So, mistake number one, I changed it. These go this way. I double checked. The measurement was 29 and an eighth. So, I did 29 and an eighth. Bingo. Check number two. Check number three, I'm going to tack it and then fit it and then weld it. Yeah! I don't know why I think like, oh yeah, it's going to fit. I marked it with a marker. That didn't work. Dang, all fancy. Now I got to get all this stuff. Fusion weld here. Let's see if I can just tack it. This is the raw. I'll tell you when I screwed a pooch. Oh. So this goes like that. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't because it doesn't fit again. Maybe it does. Let me look. I need the other bolts. Where are they at? Here's one. Just make sure they all fit. Okay, no touchies. Now let's weld it. Alright, let me clean this up. I gotta call work. I'll kick you on here in a sec. Alright, fellas, so what did I do with the part? I just had it. And it's not here. It's not there. It's not everywhere. Oh, there it is. I remember what I was doing. What the fuck? Are you serious? Too bad. Alright, well, you'll never see that bar. It goes behind the grill, and even if you did, it's gonna be painted, or I'll just chrome the damn thing. But yeah, look. It holds this. Clears. I might trim this a little bit. That side for some reason went up a lot higher. I don't know why, but it could just be the way this thing is. Oh, this is bent, that's why. This isn't, that's bent upward. But yeah, dude, check it out. Cool little bracket, huh? Bolts to the bottom of the support here. All the way across to the other side. So, yeah. I put way too much effort in this stupid bracket, but it's my own car. So, that's a wrap for today, and I will definitely be back out here again tomorrow for my another hour of fame. See you guys tomorrow. Another day. So yesterday we got that bracket finished, fellas. It came out good. Everything looks good on it. I mean, I'm happy the way it came out. I need to buy some epoxy. I ran out. I need to start epoxying all this stuff here. Clean all in here. Do all this, start all the inside stuff. Yeah, so this week, the next couple days, what my plan is, which never becomes a plan, it becomes a goal. Yeah. Well, the radiator support's in, the radiator under support is in, so I guess my next step is going to be those rear brakes. I bought all the stuff and I have not had time to do it, so we're going to knock out these rear brakes. A whole stack of shit there. All brand new rear brakes, brand new rear cylinders. I'm going to go through that rear end as well and check the differential, make sure everything is good to go, put some oil in it, just, you know. And then we also got Phil's parts up here. So this is kind of where is a no-no. You don't play with greasy stuff and paint. And it's a nice freaking day out here, dude. So I kind of want to sand these things down and get them prepped. And maybe I can just paint them tomorrow. I'm even thinking maybe I can just spray the base coat. Well, no. Because I kind of got to do it all in one day. I don't have to, but they're right there. Like, they're literally ready to go. But, you know what? I'm going to mess with these tomorrow. I'm going to do my brakes today. And I'm going to play with those tomorrow. I don't want to be messing with greasy hands and all that at the same time. So, and every day I've been trying to get to these brakes and I can't, and then something else happens. So you know what? Screw everything else, we're doing my brakes. Front garage. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's stupid. Yesterday was trash day, and I threw away all kinds of cardboard boxes that would have been just great for this mess. Oh, I got it. Look at this crusty thing, dude. Probably from the 40s. No, actually, it wouldn't be from the 40s because this is a 1990 Firebird rear end. So from the 90s, this thing stuck as shit. Like completely stuck. And crustier than hell. That's how you take it off from the backside. And these things suck ass. They go in like that and snap. So you gotta stick something in here and pull them out and then pry it from the front. They're not that bad, but if you've never done it before, it's a pain in the ass. So I've done these on Fords and mine were just bolts. So I've never had to take one of these ones off of the Chevy. But I've seen it taken off. So I already knew how it came off. And I saw how they did it, so wasn't that bad. But I can imagine someone who's never done it's probably pissed off the world. Anyway. Alright. After a few cuss words and a little bit of manhandling, I did it. I almost thought I didn't have the right stuff. I forgot what a pain in the ass these things are. Half the time that I was here fighting with this, I was complaining, saying I should have just bought the damn disc brakes right off the bat. But I got it, and it's on there. All the stuff's on there. Springs are a mother to get in. The only thing, everything works cherry. Got everything in the right place. Everything is fine. The only thing is when I took everything apart, the emergency brake cord was cut. Someone chopped it. It's like that on both sides. So I put the bracket back in there. It's still in there. But I'm going to go to AutoZone tomorrow and see if I can just buy the new cables. And I'll just get them. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to route them up to the front. I've never really messed with emergency brake stuff, but it's pretty simple. I just need to route it back up there. The cord to my emergency brake is still attached to my emergency brake up there, and it's pretty long. It goes about a quarter way underneath the car. So from there I'll have to figure out where the little Y connector is. I gotta buy one of those and put this in. Never had a hot rod with emergency brake. Time to have one, right? So what I think I'm gonna do with this trunk, kind of the way that it's already set up, is I think it would be really neat to, first of all, I'm changing this all over from 1/2 inch to 3/8. I already got all the fittings in the new line, so that's a start. Regardless of how it performs, I'm leaving it. You know, it's gonna go down faster and up faster because the lines are fatter. That's fine. I might buy a bigger compressor to fill that tank faster. Other than that, I'm gonna move this tank because I don't really care to have this big old massive tank in here. You know, as long as that air compressor fills this tank quicker, you know, like maybe 30 seconds, you know, maybe a minute. Just, it's only a 5-gallon tank. I want a nice big compressor, even if I gotta buy 2, that'll just turn on, turn off. You know, I don't want this thing freaking rattling my jaw for a goddamn hour. So either way, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this tank and I'm gonna mount it here, sideways, like that. So the fittings will be upward, okay? I'm going to move my air compressor over there, and I'm going to move the air block right there. So the air tank will have 2 hard lines, because this only has two on each side, one in, one out. I'm going to run it 2 hard lines that come up, come together, so they'll go out, over, let me see here. They'll come out, up, over, together, and then they'll be, you know, at a good distance, like I'm gonna say parallel to each other, and then whoosh, they're gonna go back. Okay, I'm gonna put a board here, or a upholster piece here, completely across this, and I think I'm gonna put my speaker box right here in the center with that 110 Rockford Fosgate that I have. So I have the Rockford here, and then I'll have a box here where the Rockford's kind of either flush behind it with a plexiglass. Most likely I kind of want to build it so there's just a plate, like a straight panel with the box behind it with the plexiglass, so I can put a light and you just see the sub in there, while the hard lines themselves will either come out from here and go in to the panel, or they'll come together and go into the panel underneath the lip of the sub. Like the sub's going to be here and here. So they'll just disappear in the panel. And then behind the panel, they'll just run over to the block and to the, or wherever it needs to go. The block, and yeah, I think it goes a block. Yeah, it goes from the compressor. Yeah, one's a compressor, one's a block. And we'll just run it where it needs to go. So it'll be a nice straight panel with a square or a designed plexiglass, maybe etched on it with a light behind it. Have my sub, have this tank here, and if I don't polish that tank, I'm probably gonna paint it and put something cool on it, pinstripe it, and it'll just sit right here. Boom, right? So when you open the trunk, it's like a floating tank right there. Then you look up, you got the box with the sub, the neon lights, you know, in there. Nice upholstered panel. Okay, now let's get to the bottom part. I don't like this. I mean, but it has to be like that. So Other than this $100 or $200 Raceworks gas tank cap that my buddies put on here for me, I told him, put me a badass gas cap. Well, that thing, I can stick my whole hand in that tank. Wow, there's actually gas in there. Damn. Gas and looks like dirty shit. I'm gonna have to. Good thing I can stick a vacuum cleaner in there. I might be able to crawl in there myself. But whatever. It's a nice gas cap. It's just expensive. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build me a panel. I'm gonna build me a frame, probably out of metal, that sticks up just past this, all the way across. I might do it right flush with this tank and leave a little circle so I can open and close it, of course. But I want this all covered. So once again, it'll be a flat panel here. You know, I'll probably make a panel there and one panel there, and there'll be two separate panels. So that one will be the upper and lower. And the only reason I'm going to put that is because it'll all be upholstered and it's not just this random spot, you know. And then on the ends here, I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to go from the lip of the drip rail. Damn, here I am with my stuttering again. I see boobies. Okay, so anyway, right here, straight across to there. This panel will be upholstered. Same thing here. It'll cover my battery. I really wish I could have sunk this battery in further, but I don't really care for it there. So I may move this battery up in that corner right there. So everything is hidden. And when you open this trunk, all you got is a nice clean tank with some hard lines, your speaker box up there. Everything else is hidden behind that panel there, which I can access either by removing the seat or removing that faceplate panel, right? Well, on these panels here, these side panels, I'm going to make a little access door on it that folds down or whatever, so I can throw some rags and even throw like, you know, cleaning gear, stuff like that in there. And probably on the same side here too. I might do the same exact thing. Just make a little false panel on both sides. That way I can throw some stuff in there. And so when you open the trunk, it's just upholstered, clean. Just boom, that's it. You know, I can throw my lawn chairs in there, my grill, whatever, you know. I have a little small grill. I'm not going to throw like a big old grill and scratch and tear shit. But, you know, but that's pretty much how I'm envisioning this. But in the middle of all this mess that I'm trying to figure out, this is very simple. I've done upholstery before, and I've done stuff like this before, so I get what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. But here's another thing. This panel here, should it be upholstered? Should it just, all this stuff just be like that speaker box material, which looks cheesy? So I'm probably going to upholster it the same way the car is upholstered. But what about if I did the floor panel part right here in black wood? Black freaking thick snap together wood. Hardwood floor. Black. The thick planks, like the, you know, 4-inch planks. Big wide ones. Right there. So when you open it, it's all nice wood floor with all the upholstery and the neon lights. You know, I'm probably even going to run some neon. So here's another option I was thinking about. Here, when I have these panels, I was thinking of making like a recessed box in there that had a light in it, and then put something really cool in those boxes, like just something, you know, different. Maybe something from the 40s, you know. I don't know. I mean, I could put a picture of the car like this, all, you know, all screwed up and shit out of the, you know, like right now, this is how it looks. Put a picture of it on this side, a picture of it the original way when I got it, you know, and they'll be lit up. So when people come look at it, they'll be like, oh man, check this out, you know, and then like you'll see the picture, like, oh man, look at the picture, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, that way I don't have to drag them out and put them out here like all these old men at the car shows with their high white socks, their New Balance shoes, you know, and their khaki shorts, and putting all their Guerrero and every Hooters trophy they ever won Fucking Hooters trophy. Wow, bro, I won Hooters. I won Hooters when I was in freaking middle school when I didn't have a driver's license. I won with my cars. Hooters a joke. So, you know, I took every trophy I won. I had 6-foot trophies for my other cars, and I threw them in the damn garbage. I'm like, I don't need all that shit. I have enough shit in here, right? So, yeah, I threw them away. I sold those cars, and you know what? Here I am with this, and when I win trophies, I'm probably just going to give them right back. Here, put a tag on it, and, you know, thank you. I just wanted to be here and hung out. I don't really care to do shows. I don't like sitting around all day. I really don't. I just go with my buddies from the club here and there, you know, but I really want to take my car to the good shows out of state, because the shows here are fucking a joke. But anyway, guys, that's where I'm at, you know. I shouldn't say all shows, because Joe throws the bomb-ass lowrider show, my homie, and I love that show, and I go all the time. So yeah, the lowrider show, you know, lowrider magazine, yeah, that's a badass show. I enjoy that one every year. There's a few shows here that are okay. You know, they're pretty big. There's a lot of good turnout, and it's fun, you know, but all these little knick-knack shows are just not for me anymore. I did that shit when I was a kid. I got burnt out. But, so, that's my idea with this. We'll see what happens with it. I'd rather just knock it all out right away, and then, you know, I'm going to build the paneling, but I'm not going to upholster it right away. I'm just going to build it all and mock it up and make sure everything works. You know, my bags are set up. My bags work. They don't freaking leak. Now, I don't know why they're leaking now. I've never really used this car, and all of a sudden I got leaking bags. I've just had all kinds of issues with this shit. So, but it's, you know, it's a thing. You got to work your bugs out. It's no one's fault. You know, that's the way these cars are. And now that I look at it, I think that tank and that compressor, I'm going to put some rubber mounts under it. Thicker rubber mounts, because that thing rattles like a freaking toolbox fell out of my back of my truck. So anyway, we're going to knock all that out. Get all the little bugs out. I'm going to put a pop lock on this trunk, and I'm going to put pop locks on these doors. I'm going to get rid of these door handles. I like them, but at the same time, you know, if you really look at them, they stick out a freaking mile, bro. So, yeah. Be out here tomorrow. I'm talking too much. Peace out. Progress. Finally. So, today was a good day. It's cute, baby. Alright. So, the way it worked out is, yeah. We took the front clip back off so we could access the motor. Took the dashboard out so we could access everything else. Took the seats out so I can lay my fat butt underneath the dashboard. Yeah, there's all the dash stuff. Everything's out. The good thing is now I clean this dash up, get it in epoxy, put some high build on it, get it ready and prepped for paint whenever I decide to throw my candy. Cool thing is, well, not cool, but I gotta fix this tab, and then I gotta get the other one and weld that one back on as well. I guess when the car was chopped, they accidentally chopped those off too. No big deal. Good thing we're all metal guys. We'll fix it. So with this, I have brand new Dakota Digital gauges for this. They look OG when the lights are off, whenever the car is off, and as soon as you turn the key on, boom, they turn on digital. So this is going to get a digital, Dakota Digitals. I have brand new knob for that, for the light switches. I'm going to put a push start. These two here, I would like to figure out a way to put two switches here, like hydraulic switches, rather than the airbag switches that I have. I want hydraulic switches, one on each side, And then in this little panel here is my ashtray. So if I don't keep the ashtray, then I'm going to put my gauge in here, the single gauge that shows the, you know, back there I have it. But anyway, this panel here, we're going to cut this out wider, and we're going to install a flat screen in-dash touchscreen TV for, you know, Bluetooth. Lighter is going to get the lighter with the USB, so I can just plug my phone right into it to charge it. That's where I'm at with the dash. So here's what else we did today, which I've been wanting to do forever. So ready for it? She is wired, fellas. She is wired. You know what? It's like she snorted a line of coke. She's wired, eh? So everything on here got done today. Me and cousin Bobo, Borracho Bob, we wired this whole thing. We tucked everything. I still need to go through and wrap some more wires, but for the most part, everything is wired and clean. We gotta tuck some more of that together, bunch it and wrap it, but everything is connected. Everything is in. All my sensors are in. Everything is there. Yeah, everything is on. We started messing with the pedal. So, I don't know if this comes out. Oh, it does. Huh. In that case, I'm going to take that part off and put that part in it. Perfect. That works even better. All right. Yeah, so we've been messing with the pedal. Got this wire. It runs underneath. I got to take this bracket off because I don't think I'm going to use it. This is going to go here and run through that hole, which is perfect because right where I'm going to mount my... I got to build a bracket. I don't like the way my gas pedal mounts in here. So, for one, the brake pedal needs to be longer. So I'm going to try to figure out a way behind there to cut something and move it forward a little bit, or weld just to this and make it longer. Let's see, I don't really have good light, and this light's, oh yeah, it's on, cherry. Alright, never mind, freaking died. Stupid. Alright, well anyway, we're going to extend this, and then this pedal that I bought, I don't really like it. It can't fit up here because it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. It's too far. And then I want it down here, like right here. So with it being right there, look at the back. I'm going to have to build me like a bracket. So tomorrow I'm going to build a bracket that goes straight up here and straight to the firewall. So probably cut some of this crap off of here so I can weld like an L-shape bracket it'll be a flat plate, and this will just bolt to that right here, and that's the hole where the wire runs right through, right to that part. Perfect, right there. Boom. And I sat here on this little bench in here, and that's pretty much where it's gonna fit pretty good. Yeah, there's a few things I want to clean up. I need to figure out the spring mechanism for this steering wheel because it's a pull horn and it doesn't work right. So I got to mess with that. But we're going to clean all this, all this stuff all over the place here. Clean up some of the welds, like this needs to be welded. We'll clean that up, make it straight. All the doors in here, we're going to wire wheel them. I'm going to probably pop the door off one at a time, and we're going to just strip them completely, clean everything on these doors and get them in epoxy and clean up all the welds and make sure all the chop is just right. And then of course we need to finish gapping them around this corner. But I think what we're going to do tomorrow, honestly, is I'm going to work on some of the stuff on the dash and maybe try to get that ECU and all that mounted. And then we're going to start working on the air ride. Alright, that's enough. I will be out here again for tomorrow, and we'll have another little update. So, peace out. Well, fellas, here we are. We got the dashboard all sanded down here with the wire wheel. I've been working on my wagon parts off to the side, so every once in a while we throw a few of them in. I got to get some more epoxy so I can do all these parts here. We'll start working on the front end, the fender. So we're wired, guys. We are wired up. Everything is tucked, hidden, clean. I need to buy some loom though, because there's some stuff I don't care for, like this color here, these here, these here. I need to loom some of this stuff. Yeah, so basically where we're at is I wired all this stuff up. I made a bracket, but I need longer bolts. So right up in here, I mounted the ECU. Once I get longer bolts, it's gonna come off the firewall just a little bit. And then I also made this bracket here that holds the little fuse panel. This will actually go behind the ECU on here, and then the ECU will bolt up on the top corner of it. So it fits those two bolts there. So what I'm gonna do, since I wanted a clean firewall, the bolts that I buy are gonna be longer, and they're gonna be we call carriage bolts. So they're flat, and I'm gonna run them through, put a lock washer with a bolt or a nut, and then maybe a spacer. And then that's when this bracket will slide on, and then that will slide on right afterward on the top of it, and it'll be perfect. If the glove box doesn't hit it, there's plenty of room in there. I also started working on the gas pedal. Let me go to the other side. I figured out how I'm gonna run it, and with what I'm doing here with it now is I gotta mess with the brake pedal. The brake pedal seems good, but I think I need more throw here, so I might adjust that brake back there somehow. But gas pedal, kind of shitty situation here. So I bought this gas pedal, and the only way to make it work right where I want it to sit, so I built this bracket. Goes right there, actually more that way, but anyway, you see what I'm saying. Gives me a flat spot, to mount that pedal where it fits right and has enough room to make it from here to there, and it's comfortable. The only thing I didn't like is I gotta change where I drilled this hole back to that hole so it's a straight shot. So yeah, but I gotta weld all kinds of holes up in this thing anyways. This whole thing here, I'll probably make a plate for this, or weld this shut, just leave a little square for this, because I gotta trim some of this, and this I think I might just jog it over a little bit to the left, just a little bit. I don't know. Well, I gotta see once I mount my pedal. I'm gonna tack it in place and then see how it feels. I have a brake pedal coming in now. I'm gonna have to weld a little piece here with a bolt on it where it screws in, because I bought one of the little bullseye style ones, so it's not so big. But yeah, this here I might have to notch it and bring it over just a little bit more, like kind of where, yeah, right here is where I wanted it, and it's actually hitting back there. So I'm gonna have to trim that section down to get this back corner to fit flush against the firewall so I can weld it in. I was gonna plate the top of it, but then you can't get to that to ever take it out if you have to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna plate it about a quarter way, and I'm gonna kind of leave it like a little circle here so you can still stick your fingers in there. But this is that real thick plate angle iron that I made this out of. yeah, I've kind of just been welding pieces together and fitting it just to get it to kind of work right. But once I weld it all together and mold it, it's going to be pretty dang strong, I'll tell you that. Something different, but let me get started here and I'll hit you up here in a sec. Alright, fellas, so a little bit further. We are working on the 40, so it's been good. I drug out all my junk. Vintage air. I got the vintage air. Well, that's all the hoses. This is the vintage air. Look at that sucker. Mother of pearl. Yeah. And then what do we got over here? Oh, yeah. Here's my Dakota Digitals. There's the dash clock for the glove box. And here is the instrument panel, which I just stuck this bezel on it to see what it looks like. But there it is, guys. Yep. All Dakota Digitals. But I gotta do some more modifications underneath the dashboard. So we're welding this up now. I'm just letting it cool down. Yeah. MIG welding so much easier than TIG welding. So I'm MIGging this thing together. I built it in a million different pieces and different ways to make it fit right and to make it stronger. Yeah, so we're going to be up there. But what I did realize is this piece here that you have to do back and forth to open up that vent on the cowl. Problem number one is right here. It's not going to fit. The mother of pearl ain't going to fit there. Because I want to put it right here. Right? Up here. Yeah, it's not going to fit. It'll fit, but this is in the way. So this bracket, literally, let me move this light here. This bracket just pivots. When you push this, it pivots this piece back and forth. So what I'm going to do is, it unbolts up here. I'm going to move it over. I'm going to just move it way over and move this top here because it ain't even bolted. I'll just move this over here and put this little knob basically right here in this little pocket. So I guess that's where the steering column used to go. And I don't know why it's not back there. Okay, I got it. I see. So I think what my friends did was they centered this with the gauge cluster. That's what they did. They centered it with the gauge cluster. And then they had to tweak it a little bit to make it straight. Because there's no way to make it straight because of the way the engine is here. It would have to go over that way more. Down there. And then this would have to... Yeah, see, I don't know what they did with those parts. From here to there, because it's hitting. But this ain't bolted down, so it's supposed to go right there. So actually, it's right. That's right where it's supposed to go. Yeah, it's right. I know it. I know why they did that. It's just so it looks symmetrical when you look inside of it. That makes sense because before, woo-wee, it was way offset, which is odd. I don't know why. Maybe it's the size of the steering wheel I'm using. I don't know if this steering wheel is bigger. This is off of a Merc. And the other steering wheel that I have is, I have the original 41, but 1940, I have that. Oh, shit. Yep, that's what happens when you don't screw shit down. But anyways, I'm going to move that part. Hold on, let me set you guys up here so I can work and talk at the same time. It's like walking and chewing gum. Set her down in here. right. So yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna move that entire piece over, straight over to where that piece there is over here. So I have this little jog, this little indentation where this will sit right there, and I can just bloop, bloop. And I'm gonna keep it the same distance. So all I gotta do is put a bolt across with the spacer, and it'll do the same thing. That'll give me all the clearance that I need to put my mother of pearl here for the AC unit. And yeah, I gotta bring the wires up front. What I want to do is I gotta go to my storage and get 2 hydraulic switches, because I have about 10 of them. But I'm gonna take 2 out of the box, and I'm gonna try to put them here and wire them to work with these bags. And then I'm gonna have to fabricate a piece here to put my little gauge there. And then of course I'm gonna cut this out and put that TV. So we're gonna be doing some fab on this dash because I want it to look really cool. So we're gonna have to modify that. So that's where I'm at. I'm probably gonna have to call it quits for today. That's what those 2 screws are. I don't know what the hell that screw's for. I think we're gonna just wrap this one up for today. And we're gonna get you some updates on the next video. So make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. And we're gonna keep this channel rolling, and we're gonna try to get this car finished. So I know I got some people that are expecting some work here pretty soon, but I want my own stuff done. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I gotta talk to them, but yeah. I want to work on my own stuff for a while. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'll hit you guys up on the next vid. Peace out.